Now they're ready. The Maribyrnong Plate, the Bobby McGee's Maribyrnong Plate, away they go, and Co-Ed jump well near the outside from Highborn, and Mr. Bow Prowl is just in behind them. Catnipped and Piccadilly Circus is going very fast as they race towards the 800-metre marker, where one of the leaders here is Catnipped towards the outside in company with Highborn just behind them, and going forward towards the lead Piccadilly Circus, and Co-Ed is a bit further back, followed by Prowl and Mr. Bow. At the 600-metre mark they race, and Piccadilly Circus Catnipped together, about a length and a half to Prowl. In behind them is Co-Ed, and further back is Mr. Bow, and Highborn is just in behind them. It's a bunched field, the six of them coming down to the course proper. 400 metres left to run. Catnipped on the outside, the leader from Piccadilly Circus trying to get to it, followed by Prowl, who's running on well, and Highborn is back behind them. Co-Ed's got nowhere to go. A switchback inside horses as they run onto the course proper with about 300 metres left to go. Catnipped the leader. Prowl is finishing on strongly. Piccadilly Circus can't go on at the moment, and then came Co-Ed over on the inside of those horses, but Catnipped is still in front. Tackled by Prowl, who's coming at it strongly in the last little bit. Catnipped just in front. Catnipped and Prowl go to the line, locked together. Bobbing finish here, very tight between the pair of them. Catnipped and Prowl ahead of Piccadilly Circus, and Co-Ed had no luck at all, and well back of the other two, Mr. Bow back there in company with Highborn. Bobbing finish here in the first of the day. A photo called between Prowl and Catnipped, who came across to lead them on the outside rail there. There's Prowl trying to go with it, and there's not much in this finish, and the winner is number 6. Catnipped gets it. Number 6 Catnipped has just lasted. A rider Prowl, as you see, they're throwing everything at it. It's got almost level at this point. It's just a bobbing finish with Prowl closing the gap, but just failing to make it in this head bobber here. And Catnipped just getting in here, as you see. Winner number 6 Catnipped, ridden by Stephen King in the first of the day here. The Bobby McGee's Maribyrnong Plate. Catnipped, raced by the Matcham Syndicate, managed by Mr. M.E. Bowling. And a filly by Rory's Jester out of Final Clause ran second at Flemington behind Tropical Affair in the Maribyrnong Trial Stakes. Filly trained by Peter Hayes at Angaston. Number 6 Catnipped the winner, and here's another look at the finish of the race. Catnipped just holding out Prowl, and a good go for third here. Number 4's run third, that's Piccadilly Circus, and that was pretty close for the minor placings too. So they came down in pairs, as you see there. 6, 5 and 4. Number 6 Catnipped. Stephen King wins the Barry McGee's Maribyrnong Plate. Number 5 second Prowl. Darren Beedman number 4 third. Piccadilly Circus 9.40, 2.90 Catnipped. Prowl 4.40. No third dividend back to Rod. Race 2 coming up next at Flemington. The Pin and Win handicap at 5 after 12.
Good on you, John. Only 6. Right, they're set to go as we go to John Russell. On the other side of this race, Hilton Donaldson.
King on the inside was the first to jump out quickly, getting out smartly. Also there is Shearer Claude going up along the inside and joining those leaders. New Shanghai as they settle into stride with 1,600 a run. Tosca King was the leader, about a half length in advance of New Shanghai, being followed by Shearer Claude, who's over on the inside of Kenwood, and going around them up towards the leaders. Babetto, Lycaroo is in behind them, being followed by Amber Pace and Pantala around the outside. A length and a half further back then is Waka Papa, being followed by Cape Dance, who's got well back in the field, followed by Charles in Charge, and Royal Mystique has dropped out to last. Along the back they race to the 1,200. Amber Pace goes to the lead, about 2 lengths in advance of Babetto on the outside of Tosca King, getting a nice run along the inside. Close in behind them, New Shanghai, being followed by Shearer Claude, a half length to Pantala. Bronze Glow on the inside of Revolutionary. Further back then is Lycaroo, being followed by Oak Crest, who's back along the inside with Cape Dance, a length and a half Kenwood. Further back is Waka Papa. Charles in Charge is second last, and Royal Mystique is last of all. They're coming down the side. 900 metres left to run. Amber Pace a half length in advance here of Babetto. Just in behind them, moving forward, Pantala. Tosca King getting a lovely run just in behind those leaders, and he was followed a bit further back in the field, moving up on the outside there. Revolutionary followed by Lycaroo, and New Shanghai there on the outside, being followed closely by Shearer Claude. Further back in the field came Kenwood, and very deep there, going around them into the picture now is Cape Dance, and Lycaroo is making up ground, and further back in the field are Waka Papa as they straighten up there across the track. Babetto moves up to take the lead from Amber Pace, coming down the outside. Revolutionary, New Shanghai, and Tosca King is looking for a way out. Can't get a run at the moment, the favourite Tosca King. Lycaroo finishing on well down the outside. Lycaroo on the outside is coming at these leaders. Babetto, Revolution. Here's Oak Crest putting himself in the picture. Tosca King nowhere to go. Badly balked for a run. Coming down inside the final 200 metres. Oak Crest takes the lead here from Babetto, Revolutionary. And then further back is Lycaroo, but it's Oak Crest in front close to home, and Oak Crest wins the money. Oak Crest wins it from Babetto. Third is Lycaroo, followed by Kenwood. Royal Mystique behind them, and they were followed next home by further back there Shearer Claude. Back in behind them Revolutionary, followed by Charles in Charge. Tosca King had no luck at all in the straight, couldn't get a run anywhere, and he was followed home by Amber Pace, and back behind them Waka Papa, and New Shanghai is a long way back there in company with Cape Dance, one of the tail enders with Pantala and Bronze Glow. Desert Light ran a good race here earlier in the week. Now Metal Trader a little unsettled in the stall. Started holding them. They're off now. And Admiral Smoky, one of the first to jump towards the inside. Spy King got out quickly. Also Palooka and Vedray showing early pace, being followed closely by Accuse up on the outside, and Desert Light is just in behind them, being followed by Command Post, and Metal Trader got back to last. And a third last on setting down is Mighty Impulse. Along the back they race to the 600 metre marker, or the 1200 that is, and going fast it's Spy King taking over to lead by a length to Vedray. 2 lengths further back Palooka on the outside of Admiral Smoky, followed by Desert Light and a fairly well strung outfielder. Mighty Impulse is next on the outside of Accuse. 2 lengths further back as Command Post second last, and Metal Trader last of all. Spy King the leader at the 800, led by a length to Vedray. 2.5 lengths further back Palooka. Desert Light making ground around the outside of Admiral Smoky, a length and a half Accuse and Mighty Impulse, and just behind them Command Post and Metal Trader last of all as they're sweeping around the home turn with about 550 metres left to travel. Spy King will lead them into the straight by a length to Vedray, moving up on the outside. Desert Light's inclined to hanger, and they were followed by Palooka, and further back Admiral Smoky, followed by Mighty Impulse behind them. Command Post is down the outside, well back as Metal Trader and Accuser coming to the 300 metre mark, and Spy King is still the leader, out nicely clear of Command Post on the outside, followed by Vedray. Mighty Impulse is now under pressure, not responding at the moment, being passed by Accuse, who's running home well. Command Post is the leader. In second place now is Accuse, and now Mighty Impulse is knuckling down to his task, but the leader Command Post with 100 metres left to go. Accuse finishing very quickly down the outside. Command Post, Accuse, they hit the line. Oh, very tight this one. Command Post, Accuse in a photo ahead of Metal Trader, which has flashed up. May have got third ahead of Mighty Impulse and Spy King. Desert Light behind them, Admiral Smoky. Next to last there, Palooka, and last of all is Vedray. Stand by for placings. Command Post and Accuse in a photo here, and it's very close. Desert Light not responding, and Command Post has just got there. Gee, that's close. Look at that. There's the official photo. Won it by a nose. Command Post over Accuse, and Metal Trader finishing very fast from last into the straight. Looks to have got third, although the judge has called for a further photo here. Command Post, the winner of the race, ridden by Darren Beedman. Number 2, Command Post, Darren Beedman first. Hasn't shown much in recent appearances. Finished ahead of only one horse in Dantilar's race here on Derby Day, and there it is, just holding out Accuse, who tried valiantly to pick it up in the last little bit. Post just too close, and that's a very tight finish, as you see there. Nearly a dead heat between that pair. Command Post and Accuse, and Metal Trader coming down the outside has run third, just ahead of Mighty Impulse, who was disappointing in the run home, I felt, today. Didn't ping to the line as he usually does. And Command Post at $17.90 for the win, $4.10 for the place, a surprise winner in the Totally Wild Stakes, defeating Accuse number 4, ridden by Darren Gauchi. Number 8, third's been a good run, Metal Trader, in the Sedgenhoe stud colours, ridden by Glenn Boss. So all placings in the Totally Wild Stakes. Number 2, Command Post, $17.90 and $4.10, defeats number 4, Accuse, $1.90, and number 8, third, Metal Trader at $3. The disappointing favourites run fourth there, Mighty Impulse, and the other one that failed to fire this afternoon was inclined to hang. I noticed on the home turn that was Desert Light, didn't go home as was expected. But Command Post here, too good for them, raced by J and Mrs. G. Capellan and Mrs. G. Smith, trade at Flemington by Dean Lawson, ridden by Darren Beedman. A 3-year-old bay colt by Honour Grades out of Courtalista, a Pompey Courtmere, scoring in the time of 123.2. 123.2, and knows the margin in favour of Command Post over Accuse and Metal Trader. Back to Hilton and the next event at Flemington coming up next, the Trowers Arrowfield Matriarch Stakes, 2,000 metres, due at 1:25.
Race 1.
Line is good. Ready and racing to a good start too, and Mine Gold, one of the first to step out from Robley Lass, who began well with Dolveed, and away quickly also is Sahara Breeze, being followed by Admiring Glances. Decidity up on the firing line early, and right around the outside El Mazoyun going forward, followed by Batocci on the inside of Lanceret, and further back a Space Region, a length back behind them Kachina on the outside of Star Cossack, there closely followed by Seradika, who's back along the inside, 2 lengths to Burning Embers, and Pray for Rain has got back to last. 1,600 to go, El Mazoyun the leader, over a length in advance of Dolveed, a half length Admiring Glances. Mine Gold is fourth on the inside of Sahara Breeze, racing deeper. Close in behind them Decidity, there followed by Robley Lass, a bit further back Batocci. Round the outside is Kachina, followed by Space Regent over on the outside of Seradika. A length away Chicago Baby. Lanceret getting back in the field as well, back there with Burning Embers third last, followed by Star Cossack, and last of all Pray for Rain, a strung out field going up to the 1,200 metre mark. El Mazoyuna, a length Admiring Glances, 2 lengths further back as Dolveed over on the outside of Mine Gold, saving every inch of ground on the rails. A length then further back in the field came Decidity, followed by Robley Lass and Sahara Breezer. Then Kachina, who's never been near the rail, being followed by Batocci over on the inside. Behind them is Seradika going forward. Kachina deeper on the track there. And they're followed by Lancerette, who's further back with Chicago Baby, followed by Burning Embers and Star Cossack and Pray for Rain as last of all. Elma Zaidun in charge as they come up towards the home turn. 700 metres to go, leading about a half length. Admiring Glances. Close up on the inside, Mine Goal being followed by Dolby. Deeper on the track then is Decidity. Sahara Breeze very wide. Kachina as they round the home turn, followed by over on the inside Seradika. Robley Lass behind them looking for a runner. And further back a Space Region. The homeward bound Elma Zaidun the leader, led by a length and a half in advance of Admiring Glances. And here comes Mine Goal coming through in the centre with a good runner. Then Dolby down the outside Decidity, followed by Burning Embers, and back in behind them came Batocci from a fair way back, but it's Mine Goal taking the lead past the 200 metre mark. She's kicked clear. Batocci's coming home well down the outside's the danger. Mine Goal and Burning Embers getting through on the inside, finishing very quickly. Burning Embers is tackled by Batocci on the outside. Batocci, Burning Embers, they go to the line. Batocci wins from Burning Embers. Third is Star Cossack, followed by Mine Goal. Seradika behind them, and further back Admiring Glances and Robley Lass Decidity, followed by Chicago Baby and Lancerette Pray for Rain. Well back is Elma Zaidun, and they're followed by Sahara Breeze, and a long way back in the field too, Lancerette, followed by Space Region, and among the tail enders Dolvita, back in company with Kachina.
Running double to Darren Beedman, 490 Batocci on Super Tab, 430 New South Wales, 460 in Queensland. Going away quickly for the first race at the Gold Coast. The traffic jams have brought about this delay. Mr. I Am 285.
Advantages. They're ready to go. 2,000 metres. Starter says go. They're off to a good start. Lamella's one of the first to jump out with Galilean, who got away well with Del Rancho. Eased in behind them. Then over on the inside, Indy Raj being followed by Mappingly and going fast deeper on the track. Miss Tesla followed by Federal Agent. Very wide there is Napier Street, followed by Starbinder. A length and a half further back as Toil. Shystad has got back second last, and Eastern Harvest is last of all. Round the back they travel towards the 1,600 metre mark now. And over on the inside, Federal Agent has gone up quickly to take the lead with Miss Tesla. They're just in advance there of over on the inside is Galilean being third, followed closely by Mappingly. A length and a half further back in the field over on the outside there, going around the Napier Street, being followed closely by Lamella's. A length and a half Del Rancho, followed by Indy Raj on the inside of Starbinder. 2 lengths to Shystad, followed by Toil. And last of all, Eastern Horizon. Around the back they travel, and Miss Tesla's worked her way to the lead past the 1,200, shut out by a length and a half of Federal Agent second. Half a length further back on the inside, Galilean nicely positioned, being followed closely by a Napier Street. At the head of the others then, back along the outside, Mappingly in company with Lamella's. 2 lengths further back to Del Rancho, who's centre fielder. A length and a half back in behind them, Indy Raj, being followed closely there by Starbinder. 2 lengths away, Shystad over on the inside of Toil, and last of all, Eastern Horizon. 800 metres left to go. Miss Tesla almost joined in the lead by on the outside. Federal Agent has gone out very quickly. Napier Street is there on the outside as they commence the run around the home turn. A length and a half further back, Galilean nicely positioned on the inside there of Mappingly, being followed by Del Rancho taking closer order. Lamella's in that group as they round the home turn. A good long gap, Indy Raja. Shystad's a long way out of the leader at that point as they straighten up at the 450 metre mark, and Miss Tesla is the leader. Galilean trying to get to Miss Tesla there, clear of Federal Agent, followed by Napier Street, and back in behind them Mappingly and Del Rancho running on. Galilean is coming after Miss Tesla with 300 metres left to go. They've drawn clear of Mappingly, followed by Napier Street, and back behind them is Starbinder from a long way back with Del Rancho, but Galilean has taken the lead in the final stages, kicked away over a length in advance of Miss Tesla, followed by Mappingly running on well, but Galilean in front, and Galilean is going to win it. Galilean wins it nicely. Good go for second and third, Mappingly and Miss Tesla in a photo, just ahead of Starbinder, followed by Del Rancho and Napier Street. In behind them, Lamella's, followed by Eastern Horizon. Indy Raj well back in the field, followed by Shystad, and Federal Agent was one of the tail enders back there in company with Toil. Galilean the winner, nicely positioned, had a lovely run in transit, and was too good. Number 6 the winner, Galilean, ridden by Stephen King. Raced by Mrs. C.A., R.A. Armstrong, B.F. Avery, R.E. Baker, Sir Francis Renouf, the 5-year-old bay gelding by Terrific, who of course was the winner of the 1989 Melbourne Cup out of a mare called Star Sunnet. Running up to the good form he showed when a winner at Moonee Valley at his last start. Pays a very good dividend on the total, handsome dividend of $9.10. Mappingly coming home well down the outside, and Miss Tesla in the photo for second and third. And number 7 has run second on the outside, Mappingly, ridden by Darren Gauci. And third is number 2, Miss Tesla, ridden by Shane Dye. Galilean, a big dividend, $9.10 and $2.70. Defeats number 7, Mappingly, at $2.70. And number 2, third, Miss Tesla, at $2.80. And the 5th of the day, coming up to the big one next on the card here at Flemington, the Chrysler Stakes, due at 45.
Protest Gold Coast, second against first. The alleged interference over the last two.
Ready for a start. Bradson laying back in the stall, settles better. King Ivor standing in well, Will Fly. Principality just about set to go. Starter has them. Confiscate makes a good line. Prairie, Holy Roller, King Ivor, Sweet Delight, Monet's Cove. Starter holding them. Tarn Purlane ready. Confiscate, they're up and running. Prairie jumped out well towards the inside, quickly headed by Catalan, opening and out quickly also is Pengulu. Just in behind them, Bradson going up towards the lead, being followed closely by Confiscate, and Sweet Delight going very fast with Monet's Cove. They're followed by Holy Roller settling centre field over on the inside. A length and a half further back is Dayra Bay, and they're followed by Principality. King Ivor getting back in the field early in the piece, followed by Moss Downs. A good long way back there. At the tail of the field is Julona racing down the side of the track now. Good tussle for the lead here. Sweet Delight, Monet's Cove together. A length and a half to Pengulu, close in behind them. Bradson 2 lengths away. Catalan opening on the inside of Confiscator. A length and a half further back is Crows Before Dawn, being followed next over on the inside by Prairie. In that bunch then is Holy Roller, and they're followed closely at the head of the others. Then moving up on the outside, King Ivor. A length and a half, Dayra Bay. Well back is Tarn Purlane, followed by Moss Downs. Principality well back in the field as they come up towards the home turn. Will Fly a second last, and Julona is last of all. Monet's Cove and Sweet Delight together, rounding the turn. 600 metres out, a length and a half to Pengulu. In behind them, Catalan Opening's had a nice run so far. Crows Before Dawn up on the outside and further back to Bradson as they straighten up, followed by Prairie looking for a run. Dayra Bay, Confiscate behind them. A good long gap to Holy Roller, and King Ivor back behind them. Tarn Purlane is under pressure. Principality, Will Fly and Julona well in the straight, coming to the 200 metre mark, and Pengulu has put his head in front of Monet's Cove, who's fighting back strongly on the inside. Catalan Opening running on well now, is coming after these leaders, and they're followed by Bradson, and back in behind them Sweet Delight. Catalan Opening coming at Pengulu in the final stages. Catalan Opening takes the lead close to home. Catalan Opening a winning treble for Darren Beedman. Catalan Opening wins it from Pengulu. Sweet Delight may hang on for third from Prairie in a photo, and then Monet's Cove and Holy Roller behind them. Principality, Bradson, Crows Before Dawn, Confiscator, then Will Fly, a long gap, Dayra Bay, followed by Tarn Purlane and Moss Downs behind them. King Ivor is second last, and Julona's run last. Oh, great riding feat by the great jockey Darren Beedman, who was farewelled by VRC officials today. This is the last time he will be riding here at the Spring Carnival in Melbourne, and that's a winning treble, so he's going out on a wonderful note. Darren Beedman bringing this good horse, trained by Bart Cummings, home to victory in today's Group 1 Chrysler Stakes. Number 3 is the winner, Catalan Opening, ridden by Darren Beedman, a winning treble, raced by Dado Tan Chin Nam, by Karpstad out of Dawn Music. His biggest success to date. He's always been a good horse, this fella, been knocking on the door and showing much more consistent form this time in, with a third or a second to Pengulu in the Turek handicap, was followed by a strong third to Might and Power and Doremus in the Caulfield Cup. And there he is, passing the post here, a winner over Pengulu. And after the photo for third, number 15 has run third. That is Sweet Delight has held on for third, a good run. Vied for the lead all the way and battled on tenaciously. 3, 5 and 15. 3, 5 and 15 in the Chrysler Stakes. Victory to Catalan Opening, trained by Bart Cummings. Bart, of course, winning the BMW Cox Plate with Dane Ripper, and now another big race to his team here with Catalan Opening, brilliantly ridden by Darren Beedman, had the run of the race, never farther back than fourth, and was the only challenger with 2 Pengulu, and he took the lead at a vital stage of the race and went away on the line to score in great style. And there's Bart, the wonderful trainer Bart Cummings, chatting to the press there after Catalan Opening's win in the Chrysler Stakes. All placings 3, 5 and 15, back with race 6 next, the Queen Elizabeth, coming up at 3:25.
From John to John.
Cap Seasky standing up well. They're up and running. Caught them almost as one. And Bright Spots to one of the first to jump out towards the outside. Vitaman began well. Backslapper dropping back along the inside. Northern Embossing in behind them, being followed by Seasky, Aphasia, Ferdinand. And last of all, Royal Snack racing towards the turn of the straight. They're going at a hand canter. Vitaman takes the leader. About a length in advance of Backslapper. Close in behind them, Bright Spots. Seasky's on the inside of Northern Embossing. A length and a half further back is Ferdinand, followed next to last by Royal Snack, and Aphasia tailed out to last along the riverside. Crawling to the 2,000 metre mark now, and the leader here, Vitaman, by a length in advance of Backslapper. A length and a half then to Bright Spot, 2 lengths away, Northern Embossing on the outside of Seascale, length and a half to Ferdinand. Royal Snack is second last, and Aphasia bringing up the rear. 10 lengths covering the field, and Backslapper goes to the lead now. And Backslapper about 2 lengths in advance of Vitaman, who settled down pretty well as they pass the 1800. 3 lengths further back as Bright Spot, a length and a half Seascale on the inside of Northern Embossing, 3 lengths to Ferdinand. A neck away the inside to Royal Snack, and Aphasia last of all as they go round the back past the 1600 metre mark. Backslapper is the leader, got away about 3 or 4 lengths in advance of Vitaman. 3 lengths away Bright Spot, a length and a half Northern Embossing on the outside of Seascale. 2 lengths to Ferdinand, followed by Royal Snack second last, and Aphasia last of all. That's the order passing the 1400. Backslapper travelling well, about 5 or 6 lengths to Vitaman. 2 lengths away to Bright Spot, a length and a half Northern Embossing on the outside of Seascale. 2 lengths further back as Ferdinand. Royal Snack was second last, and Aphasia last of all as they pass the 1200. Backslapper's gone further ahead. He's 6 lengths ahead of Vitaman, a length and a half to Bright Spot. Then Northern Embossing on the outside of Seascale, 2 lengths away to Ferdinand. Royal Snack second last, and last Aphasia. Little or no change coming down the side past the 1,000 metre mark, and Backslapper sliding along nicely in the lead, about 4 lengths to Vitaman, a length away to Bright Spot, 2 lengths to Seascale on the inside of Northern Embossing, and then Royal Snack, who's second last there. Ferdinand has run past him, and last of all Aphasia as they come near to the home turn with 650 metres left to go. Backslapper coming back to the field, led only a length and a half in advance of Vitaman, who's now getting a move on in third place to Bright Spot. Over on the inside then is Seascale as they're making the home turn, followed by Northern Embossing and Ferdinand. Royal Snack second last, Aphasia last as they straighten up with about 500 to run. Backslapper the leader, about to be tackled by Vitaman coming down the outside. Seascale and behind them running on pretty well, and then Bright Spot down the outside, followed by Royal Snack as they run to the 300. Vitaman on the outside has taken the lead from Backslapper, who's fighting back, and Seascale on the inside, and Royal Snack back in behind them, and Bright Spot is down the outside. Vitaman is the leader, being tackled by Bright Spot, who's running on strongly. Vitaman's in front with 100 metres left to go. Bright Spot is trying to pick it up. Bright Spot on the outside, and Vitaman fighting back. Vitaman just in front. He may have just won Vitaman from Bright Spot. Third Royal Snack, followed by Seascale, and back in behind them Backslapper, followed next home by Northern Embossing, and further away then to Ferdinand, and Aphasia's run last. Another good finish here between Vitaman and Bright Spot. Judge calling for the photo, not much in it, between Vitaman and Bright Spot as we stand by for placings after the photo, which doesn't take long to come up these days. 2:38 the time recorded, and here's a ding-dong duel to the line between Vitaman and Bright Spot down the outside, and very little in this. Vitaman just in front, and it's a dead heat. It's a dead heat. The camera couldn't split them. The camera couldn't split them. A dead heat in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. What a finish. Vitaman and Bright Spot obviously has just made the dead heat on the line. A dead heat in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes between number 4 Vitaman, ridden by Brian York, and number 6 Bright Spot, ridden by Michael Carson. Number 3 is run third, Royal Snack, ridden by Brett Preble. In the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, the second of the feature races today, and there's the photo. Camera couldn't split them. Dead heat, Vitaman and Bright Spot. In the Queen Elizabeth, third placing to Royal Snack. Tote Dividends maybe a little while coming to hand here after that dead heat. There's another shot of the photo finish, the official photo, and the final stages of the race where Vitaman had run past Backslapper. Seascale was struggling along the inside. Royal Snack over there with the nose rail under pressure, and Bright Spot, the only challenger at this point to Vitaman, with Brian York getting everything out of this Queensland gallop of Vitaman. He's battled on, but ever so slowly but surely, Bright Spot bridging the gap, and they go to the post in a very tight photo. Well, the photo could not split. Vitaman and Bright Spot, there they are going to the post. Dead heat in the Queen Elizabeth, and Royal Snack along the inside getting up there to beat Seascale, and then Backslapper in that order. And that's the story of the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. 7 races down, 2 to go here at Flemington on the final day of the carnival. We'll be back with a Hilton on the Park. The next event over 1,100 metres coming up at 5 after 4.
That's the third dead heat.
No doubt some of them will go to the flat side, some of them to the grandstand side, and away they run. And towards the outside, Storm Boy began nicely with Alpina out quickly. Also Regal Centre and Araba showing speed with Elegant Lass just in behind them. Then Ralene a bit further back as Katona. Now crossing towards the inside. Centevi is going very fast down there with Suitor. And Rye Hero and Ruffles is up there in that leading group down on the flat side rail. Blazing Aspect in behind them. And they're followed by Rock U. 2 divisions of the 800 metre mark, and Centevi leads the way on the flat side. A length and a half to suit, followed by Ruffles just in behind them. Rye Hero followed by Blazing Aspect and Rock U. Lake Newland is further back along the inside, being followed by Intermusician, and down the grandstand side Storm Boy is one of the leaders with Araba. Alpina also in the picture. Regal Centre, Katona in the centre as they come down to the course up at the 400 metre mark, and Centevi is clear. A length and a half to suit in second place, and Rock U is starting to gain ground, followed by Blazing Aspect. Rock U got checked down there. Down the outside, the leader Elegant Lass is forged to the lead from Katona as they run down with about 150 metres left to go. Down on the flat side, Suit has taken the lead from Centevi. Then Elegant Lass back in behind them as they go down to the line. And here's a good go now with Suit over on the outside. Elegant Lass coming down the grand side. It's Suit on the inside and Rock U there. And on the outside, Elegant Lass as they go over the line ahead of Lake Newland, followed by Rye Hero. Centevi back in behind them, being followed by Intermusician. And further away on the field, Blazing Aspect and Rainbow Division, followed by Ralene and Katona. Regal Centre well back to Storm Boy, who was never in the hunt really, and a long way back to Alpina and Araba. Judge calls for the photo, and the winner is number 11, Elegant Lass. Number 11, Elegant Lass, down the grandstand side, has got the verdict here over the 2 on the flat side, which was Suit, and Rock U was unlucky. Rock U got a severe check, I felt, down there, about 200 to go. Now Elegant Lass has burst clear of the outside division. She's got it all to herself down there. And the 2 over on the flat side, Suit and Rock U, who was fast gathering them in. There's not much doubt. A couple more strides and Rock U would have gained the day. But it was Elegant Lass right over on the grandstand side getting the verdict. And there it is. Elegant Lass coming alone down the grandstand side, well clear of her opposition over there, and going on to score nicely from Suit and Rock U. All placings after the running of the Hilton on the Park. Number 11 is the winner. Elegant Lass, written by Stephen King, defeats number 15, that is Suit, written by Darren Gauci, and number 1 is third, Rock U, written by Damien Oliver. Elegant Lass, overdue for a win and has got through at last. Trumbull Friedman, who prepared first and third, he had Elegant Lass, which is showing $10.80 and $3.10. And the other one, of course, the favourite there in Rock U, which was the unlucky runner of the race. Seemed to be a bit of a collision down there with the one on its outside. Might have been Lake Newland to seem to hamper it, but oh, it's stormed home. You see it down here with the white cap coming after Suit, who'd wrested the lead away from Centevi, and that's Elegant Lass out there in a row with the white blinkers coming down to the post. Rock U finishing very quickly, but has had to be content with third placing, and Elegant Lass right over there on the grandstand side, grabbing Suit and Rock U to take out the honours in the Hilton on the Park in the time of 1:3.5, 10.83, 10 Elegant Lass, Suit pace 3:20, Rock U 180, back with the last event on the card at Flemington, the Melbourne Cup Carnival Plate, 1400 metres at 4:45. They're off. And Lord Luskin first to jump out near the inside. Away quickly also as Romantic Ace and Zuccarino got out well. And just in behind them over on the inside is Lando, is going very fast, followed by Dry Humour. A length further back is Sir Swayze, 2 lengths away. Touch of Force being followed by Ben's Rocket getting back in the field. And towards the tail there is Papal Monarch settling into stride, and Hunza Court going very fast, has taken a slight lead here. Going up along the inside, second Perfect Harmony on the inside of Zuccarino. Lord Luskin just in behind them. Then came Markstead, and they were followed closely a bit further back in the field by Sovereign Squall. Back in behind them came as Lando, and going around the outside is Sabre Affair. 2 lengths away, Romantic Ace on the outside of Sir Swayze. Dry Humour behind them, Papal Monarch, Touch of Force, Ben's Rocket, and Merchant Bank last of all as they're making the home turn. 600 metres left to go. Hunza Court the leader. A length to Perfect Harmony over on the inside of Zuccarino, and deeper on the track Sabre Affair as they straighten up. Lord Luskin behind them. Sovereign Squall over on the inside is Lando, being followed by Romantic Ace, pulled to the outside and running on. And down the outside, Dry Humour, and they're followed by Sir Swayze getting through along the inside. 300 metres left to go. Zuccarino is the leader. Romantic Ace is down the outside. Dry Humour joining in as Lando is there. Zuccarino's in front. Down inside the 200 metres, Romantic Ace on the outside, and deeper on the track is Dry Humour. Romantic